Like in any type of dispute, parties bear a burden of proof. In a workers' compensation claim, the injured worker has the burden of proof to establish that they suffered this injury in the course and scope of their employment. Generally, to establish that they were injured on the job, a claimant's testimony or the injured worker's testimony alone is sufficient to establish that burden of proof.
So an injury has to arise out of the employment. And proving that it arises out of the employment means that the employment has to be a producing cause of the injury. And producing cause is one of those big legal words that nobody really knows what it means unless you did a bunch of research to figure it out. And all you need to know is it means that the employment was at least one of the causes of your injury. There might be multiple causes. You might have hurt your back playing sports when you were a kid. You might have hurt your back working out at the gym through your 20s and 30s, and now you're in your 40s, you pick up a box at work and you blow out your back, and instead of just a little muscle sprain or some soreness that you might have had in the past, you've got a blown out disc, it's herniated, you need surgery. Now we're looking at a serious injury with multiple causes, but hey, your work was one of the causes, and that means you can file a claim. So proving that type of injury requires expert medical evidence. And expert medical evidence simply means getting your doctor to explain how the event that happened at work caused the injury that you have. We do that at the division. We call it a causation letter or a causation report, where the doctor writes up a big explanation of those two things.
As Matt said, the injured worker is going to have the burden to establish that they suffered an injury at work, and they're going to need to know the time and the activity that caused that injury. The better documentation that you have, whether it's going to be through the injured worker's testimony alone, or they're going to require a doctor's causation letter to help them establish their injury, the better documentation you have, the easier time you're going to have to get your claim accepted.